open for him at Madison Square Garden.
Woo! Fire! Fire!
So just quick question. What was it like stepping on a stage at Madison Square Garden?
It went by so fast.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be really nervous. And I was before. I'm nervous before all my shows, but it's like a good kind of nervous, like just like the little butterflies that get you excited, you know?
All of us right now.
Oh, you guys have butterflies?
All of us.
I have butterflies. I mean, I was definitely nervous just because it felt like such a surreal thing, like Madison Square Garden, and I hadn't had an album out. I wasn't doing I wasn't even at that level or anything. So I was really honored that he had me open for him, and it was crazy because I remember just seeing like a sea of lights, and I wasn't as nervous when I saw that because it almost seemed fake. Until at all my shows, I get a video of the crowd, and they turn the lights on, and I was like, okay, you can turn it back on. People. So but it was cool. I guess me and Ed were the first people to do sold out Madison Square Garden just acoustically. So yeah.
So the track on the album, I Was Made for Loving You, it's such a romantic song. How did that process work? You know, did you guys, was it like text messages? Were you in the studio together all the time?
That was the first time we met when we wrote that song. So I remember he came straight from doing some show and just like came over to the studio. And I had been a fan of his for a while, so I was kind of like, whoa, you're Ed Sheeran, that's crazy. And but he was super easy to write with. Like he had a lot of ideas already, and he came up with the guitar part first, and then we just started writing over the top of that. And for a while it was like, okay, this is cool, like this is a cool song. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone, a little more like on the folk side, which was awesome. I love that. But there was a moment in the session where it just all clicked, I think, because up until that point it was like, okay, this, it's a chill song, what is? But once it was like a random thing where he started like pacing around the room, and then he's like, wait, I got it, and I was like, what? And then we just switched around all these parts, and that's when we knew we had a really special song.
Awesome.
And we got to produce it together too, which is pretty cool.
So Flair is a fashion magazine, so let's talk about style.
Okay.
What do you like to wear? How would you describe your style?
Like looking.
You look pretty fly right now. So.
Thanks. I'm pretty simple. I like very understated types of things. I don't know what I'm saying. I mean jeans and a t-shirt with jewelry. Like I try to stay away from heels as much as I can. I like to be comfortable.
So when you're performing, do you switch it up and make a little extra?
Yeah, for sure. On stage, I think there's kind of a button that gets pressed where it's like, okay, you're going to be on stage now, so maybe bump it up a little bit and not go out there in your pajamas, which is, maybe I'll do that one day because goals. But yeah, I definitely, I'll rock heels, or I still have to be comfortable though. I hate being uncomfortable in my clothes. That's like the worst. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I'm still like experimenting with things on stage. It's fun to switch it up.
Cool. As one curly haired girl.
You have great hair.
Yeah. Thank you. Of course, I need to know what's in your hair.
Secret.
Yeah,
that's why it's so big.
Secrets. Yeah, exactly. She said that's why it's so big. I put a lot of random products in. One of my favorites is called Weedad.
Weedad.
Yeah, I bet you know all this already. Weedad is good, and Oribe is good as well. And I think the trick though is like when it's wet, I don't towel dry. I do like a t-shirt. You know the t-shirt
Yeah,
trick?
It has like a name, doesn't it? I can't remember. It has a weird little name.
I call it the
trick.
t-shirt trick.
Yeah.
And all this is on my Pinterest too, by the way.
Hey.
For sure.
But I diffuse it. I flip it over and diffuse it, and that's kind of how it gets big events.
Slay.
Have you ever felt pressure to have straight hair?
Oh yes, absolutely. I didn't start wearing my hair curly until about 6th grade, because before that I actually had straight hair. If you see like pictures of me in kindergarten, it was really straight, and it started to get this weird like half wave thing going on, and so I just slicked it back, or I straightened it every day because that's what all the other girls were doing. So I was like, I'm not gonna wear my hair curly, you know. I was really nervous. So 6th grade picture day, I woke up late and didn't have time to do my usual hair routine. And so my mom, who has curly hair as well, she was like, oh, okay, we'll just put all this in it, we'll diffuse it. Like, she kind of helped me. And I got all these compliments when I went to school. And it was just cool to see that I could just rock like what God naturally gave me instead of like forcing something else. And like I got a lot more confidence after that. So since then, I've just rocked it curly.
So I'm just going to wrap up with a couple of Twitter